Hey everyone, welcome to This Explainer. Today I'm super excited to share a really beautiful story with you all, called The Pot Maker. It's all about chasing your wildest dreams, even when your parents just kinda don't get it. And let's be honest, we've all been there, right?
Think about it for a second. Do you have a hidden talent or a secret passion? Something that maybe causes just a little bit of friction at home. Maybe you absolutely love painting or dancing or coding video games, but your parents are super strict about focusing only on traditional school subjects. Well, that is exactly what our main character, a young girl named Scintilla, is dealing with in this story.
You see, Scintilla had a massive secret. She was totally fascinated by the messy, magical art of making clay pots, but she just couldn't tell her family. While other kids her age were doing exactly what was expected of them, Scintilla's heart completely belonged to the mud and the clay.
Section 1. The Mother's Burden, Weaving versus Pottery.
To really understand why Scintilla had to hide her dream, we have to look at things from her mom's perspective. Her mother, Aranla, wanted Scintilla to learn weaving. Why? Because it was safe, it was clean, and it actually paid really well. Pottery, on the other hand, that meant hiking 16 whole kilometers, climbing these crazy sheer drops, carrying super heavy dirt, and working until your back literally ached. And the worst part? It was for almost no reward. It was just totally exhausting. In fact, her mom literally called the money you'd make from pottery a pittance. Now, a pittance basically means a tiny, almost insulting amount of money for such backbreaking physical labor. As a protective parent, Erin really just wanted her daughter to have an easier, way more comfortable life. But you know how it is. Passion doesn't really care about logic. Scintilla kept sneaking off to watch the village potters at work. She was absolutely hypnotized by the tap-tap music of their spatulas. She just couldn't stay away, literally hiding behind fences just to get a glimpse of the action. She would sit there and watch them perform these exact steps. She watched them mix the clay with water and pound it, push their hands into the softened clay, rotate it, shape it with a spatula, and finally dry it in the sun. They were transforming a stubborn chunk of earth into this beautifully shaped, useful vessel. It looked like absolute magic to her. The real secret was all in the pounding process. That's what turned the hard dirt into a malleable dough. Malleable just means it was perfectly soft and ready to be shaped without snapping or breaking apart. Scintilla memorized all these little details, just desperately waiting for her chance to try it herself. Section 2. The village steps in, a cultural duty. So pretty soon, Scintilla's secret visits became the ultimate village gossip. The elders actually called her father in because they were seriously worried that a traditional skill was dying out. They reminded him of something incredibly profound. They said these skills didn't just belong to one person. Experts actually have a cultural duty to pass them down to the younger generation. Unlike all those shiny, machine-made objects we have today, handmade crafts like pottery carry the actual soul of the ancestors. That makes them a vocation that absolutely must be protected by the next generation. The elders made it super clear to her family that this art belonged to everyone.
Section 3. Mentorship and Magic, a Master's Guidance.
So her mother finally gives in and agrees to teach her, but Scintilla wanted to be good at it so badly that she just totally froze up. For an entire year, her clay kept falling flat. Have you ever tried so hard at something that you just completely fail? That was Scintilla. She hung her head in deep frustration, while her mother would impatiently just take over the wheel.
But her hero's journey takes a huge turn when she moves to the girls' dormitory. A kind widow named Anula spots her struggling in secret, and Anula offers to become her true mentor. She didn't scold her or get impatient. Instead, with a gentle, guiding hand, she just told her, "Don't worry, little one. I shall teach you how to make a perfect pot."
Then, something really tragic happens. Scintilla's mother suddenly passes away. This leaves Scintilla absolutely heartbroken. She cries out a deep, sorrowful apology to her mother that the other villagers don't quite understand. Through her tears, she cries out, "I did not wish it to happen this way." But Anula, her mentor, she completely understands. She peeks into their hidden workshed and discovers an absolute miracle. Sitting right there are two perfect rows of beautiful, newly made pots. It looked as though two completely different experts had crafted them side by side. Scintilla had actually done it. She had finally mastered the craft. She beautifully combined her own unstoppable perseverance with the incredible legacy her mother had left behind. From that moment of heartbreaking tragedy, her greatest strength bloomed. Section 4. Moral of the story: lessons learned. So, what can we all learn from this young potmaker today? Well, it shows us that we should fiercely pursue our passions, and we definitely have to persevere through failure. But it also reminds us to have some empathy for our parents, who really just want us to be safe and secure. Learning takes a lot of time, and getting a little messy is just part of the whole process. As we wrap up this explainer, I want you to think about your own journey. What amazing, hidden talent are you going to bravely share with the world? Don't be afraid to shape your own future, exactly like Scintilla shaped her clay. Keep dreaming, keep creating, and I'll catch you on the next one.